So I actually had a comment recently that stated, hey, you need to quit looking to the past. Look to the future, don't be dwelling on it. Which exposed the necessity for me to do a little housekeeping here before this video gets rolling. These videos, this video series is the rolling out of the Lambdog 76 channel. And so I'm just finishing out my YouTube story, the actual memoirs of all my travels here. And then gonna put the channel to bed and, leave it to my kids as sort of a vlog in lieu of what I had originally wanted to do, which was going to be write a diary that they could consult. Now, I may still do the diary thing, but I don't know. I wrote like maybe 10 pages of it, but the idea was to begin that around the birth of firstborn and then continue it on through until they were 18 and then give it to them, right? But alas, this is what you get. And where we're at in the story is right after the adpocalypse happens, which is when, according to legend and according to the story we were told at the time, many advertisers left Google due to the content on YouTube, either from Al-Qaeda, the KKK, the Proud Boys, who knows, right? And as a result, there was some grifting going on, in my opinion, by channels such as Hickok 45, where he dramatically pulled his channel down, and the scuttlebutt was, oh, he got his channel pulled. So there have always been video hosting sites besides YouTube. Always maybe a little bit of an exaggeration, but for a long time, whether it was Yahoo Video or any of the others. But one particular strong one, and a couple strong ones arise from time to time, but one that looked like it might almost have teeth was VidMe. And one of my friends on here, Bison Hawk 1, put up this really cool sizzler where it showed VidMe, a place where you can speak freely. It had the Statue of Liberty, and it had this little VidMe spaceman guy was their motto. And I'm like, okay, I'll make the switch. I'll switch over to both and kind of dabble in both and have and the big thing was VidMe exclusive content. And I went over to VidMe. Now, Bison Hawk, not so much. Even though he made that badass sizzler reel, it sizzled and fizzled out to nothing. I mean, he may have made a couple of videos, but it happens. A lot of producers out here, it's very easy to make plans and concepts, and then execution becomes difficult because video production is a huge process. One of the issues that this channel has, and what I have, is it's, once Sarge wasn't participating anymore, it doubled, if not tripled, the amount of work that goes into if you want to put up what type of content YouTube audiences expect to get. And a vlog like what I'm doing now, where I'm essentially just recording on my phone and then uploading from my phone, is one thing you can do, but that's a very niche audience anymore. People don't want to see vlogs like this. And so this I explain to you in defense of the people that say, oh, I'm going to make the best video of 9mm versus 45 ACP ever. So what's interesting about VidMe is only a few gun content creators went over there, and I went over there in a way rebranding to just vlog, adventure, and philosophy. What was cool about it is YouTube is a sea of users. It's all kinds of channels, all kinds of stuff. And VidMe was small. It was a small community. So got to be with some fairly famous content creators over on the VidMe side and meet some extremely talented people that I don't think I would have had the opportunity to if I had stayed pure YouTube. Now, I've met some extremely talented people and amazing people, and some of my best friends are on YouTube. But I'm just saying the VidMe thing was an opportunity that expanded that. So the other interesting part was I had long since lost my ad share. It's weird. I'm in like a Google limbo where I'm a YouTube partner, but I do not qualify for AdSense, which makes like the way I can control this channel and run this channel, like I've got all the power controls of a full partner, but no ad revenue. Interesting thing was VidMe paid me, and I made more money on VidMe than even like when I lost my ad revenue on YouTube. My wife pointed this out at the time, and I didn't think anything of it. It was interesting how right before, there's times when, like say it's monthly, that you do your YouTube draw. It was right before a big draw that, they in essence pulled the rug out from under me. Regardless of how much advertising content was on my videos to that month. But, VidMe made good on their deal. And they had some interesting features, and I miss those guys. I still follow a couple of them, or I did still follow a couple of them on Twitter. While I still had my Twitter account. But it was a good time. And I will say the one interesting thing was where YouTube seemed to attract content producers, like production people, directing people. VidMe seemed to attract cinematographers, and that was the intro to that. So in my next installment on here, I will give my life and times and then the end of VidMe. But thanks for joining me on this. The rest of this is on a playlist, and if I'm doing my job right, then if you haven't watched the other videos, you can click on the playlist and the link down below. Catch y'all later.